Check, check.
Check, check. Mic. Microphone check. Microphone check.
How's that, Justice? Check, check. Check, check. You can always pull it back.
EPMD, we back in business. This is our new business.
You got to join up.
The what? What?
The piece,
What you mean?
the document.
Oh yeah.
Nah, we might as well. We only got 30 seconds, so
Yeah, I got it.
just are you got enough space to get behind the camera?
So I don't have to lean down into this mic. I can just sit. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. It's at zero. Zero means like it's time to go. Time to hit it. All right. Well. And one.
Oh, wait.
All right. And two. And we gotta record this live, but we gotta record. And three. And four.
All right, I'm in the seat, bro.
And we're in.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we are seated. And hello. Hello, world.
What up?
Hello, community. I'm gonna be up front. I'm very new to this. This is. I mean, I know you're a regular and you do this quite often, but me, I'm very new. I'm trying to stay in the whole live technical game.
No doubt.
I think it's important. I'm glad you came up with this idea because otherwise I'd be left back behind. And the cool thing about the dance is always is forever and eternal. And while I might be behind, the dance is always here and always moving forward. And I'm sure all of my peers and lovers of the dance out there know that. And with that being said, my name is Bakari Wilder, and this is Hampton Conway. And real quick, what are you wearing, Hamp?
What am I wearing?
Yeah, what are you wearing? What's that shirt?
Oh, this is the official Firebug Productions shirt. You know,
Right.
so that's
okay.
that's.
And you're gonna tell us a little bit more
I'm
about.
definitely gonna
Firebug
tell
now.
you
Okay.
more
First, let
about
me
that.
tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this new what we call it, the Marshall lineup, line wear, Marshall wear. They've got. I'm sure you all heard of Marshall Davis, pioneer. Protege of Steve Condo's. If you haven't heard of Marshall, this is his new wear that I've been gifted with. It's yellow and it actually reads. It's hard to see from here.
It's not dead, nor is it dying.
Yes, and I would believe he's talking about the dance.
Tap lives.
Tap dancing right there.
I skipped the top line. It says tap lives.
Yes, tap lives. It's not dead. It's what is it saying?
It's not dead, nor is it dying.
Nor is it dying. Okay, if you don't have your Marshall wear, make sure you get that. If you don't know who Marshall is, Marshall Davis, please look him up. And shout out to all the festivals who will from now on invite him and think about rotating your faculty and just inserting him into your lineup because that would be the smart thing to do. Now, moving on, we are here to share with you a project that I've been working on with my friend Hampton for a few months now. and it's all about, again, the tap dancer that I am, promoting the art, moving it forward, showcasing what I love about it, and as tap dancers, you all know we're all always educating when we're dancing. Our entertainment is, in my opinion, often edutainment because, for the most part, those who come to um, to be entertained often leave with more of an understanding of how brilliant and resilient this art form is. Speaking of which, that's the title of the production that Hampton and I have put together, The Brilliance and the Resilience of the Arts. And I just want to real quick before we talk about what that project will entail. I just want you to know that I've known this cat since I was about 10 years old. We grew up together in the church, and it was probably by way of our parents, it was at the pool or something like that, brought us together. And then from then, it was just spending the night on weekends and going to church on Sundays and going to skating rink. And this is literally my big brother who has told me many times he's a fan of mine because he's always respected and come with me through whenever and wherever I performed, and I support him the same way. And so I think what's brilliant about this project is that your passion for what you've had for a while, the technical side of things, video and camera work. I remember us talking about you having an interest in doing documents on different types of things, and especially my journey in particular.
Right.
Right. And we sat on that idea for a while until some more inspiration came about, and we kind of figured, sort of mid-pandemic, the idea of, well, what are artists doing now, to maintain this art form in particular? How is it continuing to remain resilient inside of a time when art is, moving, should we say, slow at a time, never stopping, never dying, never ceasing, but opportunities and such are kind of slow. What can we create to promote its brilliance and the need for it to and its need for it to remain resilient, even through whatever sense of time. And we came up with this idea. Well, I my passion for dancing to different genres of music led me to want to kind of create some original tunes, and with the different genres that I favor. And I got up with a local musician, Herbert Scott, and he and I have been working on some tunes for months that we put together, and we want to showcase at this project. And where Hampton comes in is we want to share with you my experience, my journey with performing with several different musicians in my lifetime, and what it's like, what they get and what I get from the collaboration, the collaborative experience that we have inside of the performance. So we did a bunch of interviews where you get to hear from their mouths, musicians. I've worked with a harmonica player. I won't name their names now, and because I don't want to give it away too soon for those who are actually going to be able to view the show. But ranging from a banjo player, harmonica player, trumpet player, to a cello player, and their perspectives of dancing with a tap dancer. It's often been a a question that always comes up in the tap community that's asked of tap dancers is, can you tap dance to this? Can you tap dance to that? You know, I bet you can't tap dance to this. What is a tap dancer? How does a tap dancer relate to this type of music? Is this tappable? You know, and that misconception is just, well, for any tap dancer who is, let's say, musically inclined, that's informing you right away where that person is in terms of their understanding of the dance, and that it is a musical art form. So it would naturally, blend with any other artist or music maker. And so these interviews that we have taken and edited are moments in when you're the artist from their perspective gets to inform what it's like to build with a tap dancer, myself in particular. And so that's the show in a nutshell. Do you have anything else to add?
Sure. I just want to go back to, I guess, kind of the birth of it. You know, you alluded to my passion for the technical and videography and whatnot. So for me, as I'm probably, I've always, it's funny, like professionally, I've only been doing this videography thing for about 2 years professionally, but as a hobby, I've been doing it for the longest. And probably my first experiences with videography was videotaping you when we were kids.
Right.
Your
Okay.
mom would put a video camera in my hand.
That's right. Yeah, I do remember that.
And I would record you at your different performances.
Right.
So that is, so it's just kind of wild that like this whole thing has kind of come like full circle. Like that's what we were doing back in the day, just to collect, and document stuff you were doing as a child.
Yeah.
And I was the one doing. I didn't know nothing about it then, but that kind of just grew and grew and grew until the point where we are now, where my company does videography, live streaming, different types of events, weddings, concerts, funerals, conferences, all that. And so I do a lot of tech for a lot of other people. And what I really, really want to be able to do is, like, I enjoy doing that. But it was like, I want to do my own productions. Like I got to, I was like, I want to do some of the things that, I want to create my own stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when I came to you.
Yeah.
And because for me, it was like, if I'm gonna create my own stuff, I want to start with one of the people that actually inspires me the most. And, for me, it was only right that this first official Firebug production be with you. And so that's where we just, started talking and developing the idea. And the other part of it too is you alluded to the documentary side of it. So that's a long-term project that we're working on. This November 5th show is everything Bakari just talked about. The whole idea of really focusing on the brilliance and resilience of tap. And Bakari just happens to be the person that's featured. But for me personally, Bakari's story, and for those of you who know him and know about him, know he's overcome a lot. And I am just inspired over and over and over and over again to, by him. And so I want other people to be inspired by your story. So that's part of the reason why this came about too, is like, how can we capture this? How can we get your story out there? Not only highlight the art, but also highlight you and your resilience.
That's what's up.
So that's where, the birth for me that's where this came from. And so I really hope that as we do this November 5th show and some future things, you all will not only be educated with respect to tap as an art form, which I think is important, but then you also, of course, be entertained, but that you ultimately, for me personally, you be inspired by what you learn about this man and his endurance and perseverance and overcoming and, everything. I gotta tell you this one story, and I've told this story before. It's one of the things that stands out in my mind about Bakari and his passion for this art form and not only tap, but also theater. I was with Bakari in New York. I don't even remember what year this was. He was still on Broadway doing Bringing the Noise, Bringing the Funk. And I'd gone to see the show for the, I don't know, second or third time. And I was staying with him, but he happened to have a doctor's appointment while I was there. And I went with him to the doctor's appointment. You remember this?
No, I don't.
So the doctor, you came out of the appointment and you said the doctor told you that your heart was enlarged. Do you remember that?
Okay, yeah.
You remember that conversation with the doctor?
I do remember that, yes.
Okay.
I had an athlete, like a heart of an athlete. Yeah.
Yeah. He said your heart was enlarged and he encouraged you to stop dancing.
Yeah, okay. I remember that.
You remember that?
I probably wasn't listening.
You weren't. So that's the part, right? So the doctor had told him he needed to chill on the performing, that he needed to stop dancing because of the thing, what was going on with his heart. This dude, he was like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Like, that's how passionate he was about his craft and about this art form that he was just like, no, I'm gonna keep dancing. And he's basically like, if I'm gonna go out dancing. So, so that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, and that was a long time ago, so that shows how good God is.
Hello.
Okay. So, and I appreciate you sharing that. Other thing I wanted to point out was Hampton happened to be working at the place that the Montpelier Arts Center, which is where the location where the show is going to be on November 5th. And my mother lives 10 minutes from Montpelier Arts Center. We used to walk there for festivals they used to have out on the lawn, which they no longer have. It's the first place where I used to get funnel cake. And also, we would do tap recitals there on those big outdoor trucks, So, talk about full circle. This is the first time I've ever performed inside of the Montpelier Mansion, which is down the street from where my mother still lives. And, I think that's kind of symbolic.
Yeah, that's deep.
Odd, weird, symbolic, deep, all of those things, you know what I'm saying? But, things happen in time when they're supposed to happen. And so, again, for those who live in the area, please try to come out and check it. Again, this won't be the only production. This will be our premiere production, and we're going to build on it some more and allow it to grow more than what it will be on the 5th. But for those who are coming, just be prepared for some exciting dancing with video segues inside of a nice art space, you know what I'm saying? So it's still having that intimate setting. 3-piece band led by the great Herbert Scott. We have some of the dopest musicians in the DMV area. And I am fortunate to know a lot of them and to have worked with some of them. And I just get excited, especially with live music, to be able to rock with them, And an evening of doing that, trust me, I've been doing my crunches and working out, so I'm gonna be ready.
So the comments were supposed to come up on the screen in front of us, but they're not. So I want to make sure you see some of the folks that
Okay, Maurice. Miss Newman. All right. Lisa. Hey, Meepo. Hey, Mom. Zaya and Mom. Hey, Zaya. Teresa. What's up, Marquise? Maurice. Hey, Catherine. All right. Wow. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for checking in. Wow. So
So
I think that's about it. I could get on the wood for a second and then we could wrap this thing up. Everybody could go to sleep and go eat some dinner.
all right, yeah. So
Whatever.
it's definitely appropriate that we close out with Bakari getting a little work in. So we're gonna let him get on his board. We need to transition right quick to set up for him to perform. So that just give us 3 minutes while we do that. Justice, you can throw the graphic up and throw the music on, but don't go away. Don't go away. We're gonna be right back with a quick performance.
All right. Cool.
That's it.
All right, November 5th.
November 5th. Ah. Getting this light. Coming in this out right quick. All right. Yes. November 5th, Montpelier Arts Center. Just make sure you check our social media. Bakari Water, check his site for the link. He'll be posting that again. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for sharing with us.
All right, peace.
Peace.